Let's talk about cardio. Cardiovascular exercise in bodybuilding is just to allow you to lose body fat. You have to remember, this is not a weight loss exercise. It is a fat loss. So what we want to do is do low to moderate intensity cardio. Because when you're doing too high of an intensity cardio, your body's going to go from fat burning to cardiovascular to aerobics. So what happens when you get to aerobics, your body will start using muscle a little bit more for fuel. And as you all know, that we work so hard to build muscle, and we don't want to jeopardize that muscle by doing too much cardio. So make sure you do enough low intensity cardio, basically not more than 30 to 35 minutes to low to moderate intensity. And I'll give you an example of cardiovascular exercise for different body types. We have the ectomorph, the mesomorph, and the endomorph. The ectomorph body is a guy that actually loses body fat a lot faster, loses muscle a lot faster, a higher metabolism. So this body type don't have to do too much cardio. I recommend basically 1 day a week, maybe 2, but preferable 1 day a week, 30 to 35 minutes cardio on low intensity. The mesomorph guy, which is a guy that's naturally muscular and can easily put on body fat, put on muscle. And with this guy, you can do 2 days of 35 minutes cardio, low to moderate exercises. With the last guy, which is the endomorph, this guy tends to put on a lot more body fat, gain weight a lot faster, very sensitive to carbs. This is the body type that needs to do more cardio, preferably 3 days a week, still the same amount of duration, but because doing cardio is not how long you do it, it's how short you do it. Because when you do too much cardio for too long, you end up, like I said earlier, burning too much muscle. When people try to put a number on where your heart rate is supposed to be, it's almost impossible because everybody has different fitness level. So I can't just write a number down because I don't know what fitness level everybody is. So the main point here is to make sure you go by feel. Once again, medium to low heart rate so you can have a conversation with someone beside you. And I remember as an ectomorph, when I first got into bodybuilding, a guy that taught me how to do bodybuilding training and dieting and what have you, he told me to add cardio, to my workout. I mean, I do cardio like 4 or 5 times a week, and I go almost to 45 minutes to an hour every single day. So at the time when I finished my prep for my competition, I show up the day of the show, I was so flat, I've lost a lot of muscle, I didn't feel any pump. I stood on stage, I felt like I was just a 2D, there was no roundness to my muscle. So over time, I realized that I've done too much cardio and that really affects my muscle. So I lost a lot of muscle mass, which make my body looks really flat and unhealthy. So the main thing here is to make sure you don't overtrain when it comes to cardiovascular. This is the one common mistakes in the gym. I see people come into the gym every time and every day looking in the cardio area, and you see them running and jogging and running and jogging, and they haven't even lost 1 ounce or 1% body fat. In fact, they look like they've gained a little bit more body fat, because what happens when you do too much cardio, you losing muscle, and your body's metabolism actually slows down instead of picking up. So you really have to be very careful with doing too much cardio. So when you're on the treadmill or the bike or the elliptical or the stepper, if you can carry a medium conversation with someone beside you, then you're staying within your fat burning range. But once you're out of breath, you have to stop every now and then to catch your breath. That means you've gone away from fat burning to mostly a conditioning and aerobic side of the cardio. And you have to remember, we're not endurance athlete. We're not trying to run long distance race. Our goal is to keep muscle and also to burn fat. So make sure you keep all these points in mind. Medium to low cardio, so that way you can be able to carry a little bit more conversation with somebody beside you without losing your breath. Because if you start losing your breath and you start breathing a little higher, that means you've gone too far. So that's my cardiovascular tips.